So how do we solve systems of equations? Okay, so how do we solve systems of equations? Great question. And there's a bunch of methods. I'm going to start out with usually the first one that everybody learns. The first one is substitution, the substitution method. So we're going to use the substitution method. Okay? And there's many ways to solve systems of equations. There's graphically, algebraically. We're going to look at both right now, but we're going to start with the first one, the substitution method. And once somebody finds a method, usually they stick with it, but there's usually a method that's a little better than another one, a little easier to get to. So let's look at the first one, the substitution method. And here's our two systems. 2x plus y equals 5, and 3x minus 2y equals 5. Okay? This is a system. We have two equations, two unknowns. We have to solve for x and y. Since we're using the substitution method, what you want to do in the substitution method, we look at our two equations, and you just ask this question to yourself, which one of these equations could I pick and isolate a variable? Which one of these two could I pick and isolate a variable? I look at these, and which one's easier to pick? It's the top one, and I'm going to solve for y. Because I have a y by itself, I look at that and I say, okay, I can get that y by itself pretty easily, less work involved. Again, you're always looking to give yourself less work, not more work. Work smarter, not harder. So taking this one, we're going to solve for y. So I get 2x plus y equals 5. I'm going to minus the 2x to this side, and I get y equals 5 minus 2x. Some people might write minus 2x plus 5. Doesn't matter. Now, I know what y equals. I'm going to substitute it into this second equation. I used the first equation to isolate a variable. Now I'm going to substitute my y into this equation. So, what does that mean? I'm going to write 3x minus the 2's on the outside, replacing my y with this 5 minus 2x equals 5. And now we're going to solve that for x. So let's go.